Yo, today we have Reddit comments, and this one will be brief, but I thought I should get one in because it's been a while since I last did one. Now, going off of where I left off with the Quran translation recommendation, the next one that followed was a question by a user who deleted his post, unfortunately. But still continuing on, so it's 5 months old. But hopefully, from reading my comment, we can get an idea of what the post was about. From reading your post, I believe you have a negative outlook towards yourself, your surroundings, and your past, which is can be a common thing seen within people, especially within these sort of forums that I'm a part of, and it's essential that you're aware of these things becoming habits to you. Saying things like I'm an F up and I F up everything, to I can't hold my own job, to I'm pathetic and I feel like I deserve punishment are clear signs of this. And these are very extreme signs of negative outlooks on oneself, you know, very, very negative outlook on yourself. And it seems that the post had these thoughts and beliefs about himself, which is very unfortunate to see. However, I commend you for two things, and I go through the route of praising the person and showing them that there is a positive route, even from someone else, coming from someone else's perspective and not your own. Yes, you can be positive. If I'm being positive towards you, that can be a way for you to understand that you can see things positively yourself. You can. Loving your job, which is number one. This is a sign of gratitude because many people don't love their job, and this statement, have a job I really love right now, is a great thing, and it's something you can look forward to. However, you shouldn't add a but to the statement saying you'll F it up. This is a negative attitude affecting your mindset. So this is almost like you give yourself an apple, but you say you're not going to eat it because you might choke on it. Now, it may be a valid reason that you may choke on the apple, but that should not stop you from eating the apple, because sometimes you cannot really control that if you're trying your best not to. So in that same way, you're not trying to mess up your job if you don't want to, and you enjoy your job, you love your job. Just let it be that. Adding but to something negates the statement before it. And thanks to Vin Jiang, I think that's how you pronounce his name. A great public speaker and someone who's very well informed in the realm of conversation and language, especially the English language. And he talks about how adding but to the end of a statement negates it. So, for example, saying, I see where you're coming from, but I think this. It almost negates everything that person has said. But if you say, I see where you're coming from, and this is this, it closes that door for negating what one has to say. And when you apply it to yourself, it's a different thing altogether, but applying it to yourself will help you remove a lot of negative thoughts. And in this instance, adding but to the end of the statement of saying I have a great job, it negates you really feeling that this is a great job. So try your best to avert any negative thoughts or any outlets that negativity can come through, because it will use anything. It's very slimy. It's a very snaky thing. It will use any route to get to you. So close those doors. Make sure they are locked so you do not open more doors for negativity, and leave the door open for positivity. Number two, you want to change, which is an essential aspect to change and growth. You cannot change someone more than they want to change themselves. For example, me. You cannot change me more than I want to change myself. All of your advices, your recommendations, your feedback, your criticism, they will fall flat if I don't take any of that and use it myself, at least to me. So in that aspect, we need to be understanding of each other and realizing that we should really seek the benefit of that other person at the end of it, and put it in a way that you think that they would want to listen, and realize that at the end of the day, they are the ones with the choice if they want to listen and use it or not. So you want to change. You show signs that you want to change since you are here in this Reddit community, seeking people's input about learning how to change. So I'll give it a try. Exactly. So this poster, this user, him putting this post up, even though it's deleted now, it doesn't matter. He put up the post. It shows that he wants to change in some way, shape, or form. He wants to hear some feedback, criticism, good words, but he wants something to initiate some change. The first thing you should work on is building a positive mindset by using positive affirmations that will help you build your self-esteem and self-confidence about your abilities. As for the past, you cannot control that. People's opinions of you, you cannot control that either. Those things are out of your control. Don't try to control what's out of your control, because that'll make you crazy. However, when you focus on what you can control, your own thoughts and actions, you can start your journey to change. Examples of positive affirmations can be like this. And the example I give is one that can be followed. However, there are many other ways you can use positive affirmations and kind of create ones for yourself, use other templates, but make sure you pick a set of affirmations that are valuable and meaningful to you, and ones that you want to adhere to, and one that you want to kind of change according to. Am I capable of change? Yes, I am. Do I want to change? Yes, I do. Can I learn from my mistakes? Yes, I can. Can I keep my job and excel in it? Yes, I can. Can I work towards being the man I want to be? Yes, I can. Can I change my habits? Yes, I can. And honestly, at first, when you look at affirmations, you think, what is this weird stuff this person is spewing? And this person expects me to say that same stuff out loud or in my head. Is he crazy? Well, positive affirmations it's really a way of deliberately and consciously controlling your thought patterns and adding thoughts into your brain for your subconscious mind to pick up on and register, and allow that to kind of flow in your mind. So it's not something that will have an immediate effect. It won't have an immediate effect. It takes time, but with those constant thoughts that you're putting into your brain, and with this kind of order, and when you're consistent with it, you'll see positive changes towards the statements that you create, depending on the affirmations that you use. So don't underestimate affirmations. They are very useful if you are someone who is interested in change and is someone who is sincere with their approach. This is an example I made from using sentences in your post. It is simple and effective. I gave the example based on the things he had said in the post. Unfortunately, he deleted it, so we can't see. You can use this example or a personalized one and read it at least once every day to slowly build the positive mindset that will help you achieve your goals. The next thing is to create small goals to accomplish that will help you build your self-confidence in yourself and your abilities. So this became something I was quite used to doing. I would give 2 pieces of advice. The first one being the affirmations, second one being creating goals to boost your self-confidence. Then you create bigger goals with time and then learn about habits that will help along the way, and create an environment where you are positive minded and have goals that you are working to achieve. And to be honest, I'm giving quite generalized advice and not anything specific, but enough for it to start a conversation if the person is interested. And if anyone else comes across it, they can see it and be aware of it and look into it themselves. And I think that was the intended goal from this. And since the person is getting advice from many other people in this post anyway, I don't feel like going in depth too much is not necessary. Finally, start now and understand that things take time. Now let me break those two statements down. Now, start now is such a vital thing that I have followed and need to continue to follow, and I recommend you follow. And that is if you fall in the category of someone who delays something because they have a few things going on with themselves. Either it's perfectionism, waiting for that perfect moment, over analyzing, and so I'll just stick it with over analyzing, and feeling an imposter syndrome, where when you think you don't deserve to go after something. And 4, you have Mr. Tomorrow syndrome, which is something I created the name for, which means that you delay things till tomorrow, and you become this person who's always says tomorrow, but tomorrow really means not now, and any time but not now. And starting now is the way to break down all 4 of these problems and many more that can be listed along with it. Make it a thing where you act first and then think afterwards, and then plan afterwards. If you're someone who loves to think and plan, do the opposite. Flip the tables in your mind. Do something completely different to put yourself in a new situation for yourself mentally. So start with this in your mind. Tell yourself, I'm going to act now. Anything that happens afterwards, I'll deal with it. But I'm going to act now. I'm not going to plan, think, do anything beforehand. I'm going to go right now. We're going to start this. So be ready. And that's what kind of thing you should be telling yourself. So start now is that phrase, but it's backed by all of that kind of meaning, and there's so much meaning behind start now. And that's kind of like the backing behind why I say start now. And the second statement of saying understand that things take time, it means that when you become someone who's so engaged with the idea of getting things right now, and you become so invested in instant gratification, you need to kind of humble your mind and start getting used to starving your mind in the sense that you don't get the reward now. You work. The reward comes later down the line, and it helps you a lot with self-discipline and persistence and resilience, and the key thing, which is sticking to something that requires a lot of effort. And that is where delayed gratification comes in, and understanding that concept requires a whole nother video, and you looking into many other different videos that many great people have talked about. So that is the meaning behind understand that things take time. There's so much meaning behind those 2 statements, and it's crazy how you can, well, it's not really crazy, but those 2 statements I can make different videos on, multiple videos on. So that's why those 2 statements have so much meaning and are great things to equip yourself with. Maybe 2 weeks, months, years, or even decades. But it is not about achieving a certain mindset. But it is not about achieving a certain mindset, but maintaining them and continuously working on them. Good luck, and I hope you achieve your goals. Hopefully he did achieve what he set out to achieve. And in that way, I say that it's not about achieving it, it's about maintaining it and continuously working on that mindset. So in the sense of, for example, in John C. Maxwell's book Leadership, which a book insight will come down the line, later down the line this year. He mentions one of the first shift he mentions is from goals to growth, and in this way, I mention, instead of your end goal being achieving this mindset, it should be about growth and maintaining this mindset and making it something that is a part of your daily, monthly, weekly, yearly kind of routine. And I spent 15 minutes on this question, which I didn't expect, or on this comment, but I hope there's a lot of value that has been brought to this video, and thank you for watching.